Hi guys, I have something to share with you today, something interesting and important. So you remember my book that I am reading on the blog these days in small parts, Altitudes and Attitudes, or the ODM story, however you remember it, about my biking trip. A friend of mine who watches the vlog suggested that why don't I try to send it to some publishers, and sent me a link for a publisher. And I did my due diligence, went on their website, looked at their submission guidelines, and then created a package for, like a sample book proposal is called. Technically, it's a book proposal, so where you give the details of the book and give the sample, like 2 chapters or 3 chapters. Usually through 2 chapters, but this publisher wanted 3 chapters. So created all of that and then emailed it to them. And yesterday I heard from them. They emailed me to say they have gone through my proposal meticulously. That's the word they used, publishers, so they know lots of words. And they don't have space in their publishing schedule for my book. So yeah, it's a rejection email, and that made me really happy. So no, I've not taken leave of my senses. I'm not high. I've not been smoking anything. Don't worry. Okay, it is more important than you think, and it is a good news, not a bad news. So let me explain why. Because this, for one thing, it changes my status from somebody who has just written some words in a Word document to a real writer. Because this is what real writers do. They create work, they send it out, and they get rejections. This is how a writer is made. So before this, I was not a real writer, but now I'm on my way to become a real writer. Well, one rejection doesn't make you a real writer. You have to get some more. So if you don't believe me, okay, let me give you some examples. Harry Potter stories, J.K. Rowling. 8 publishers said no to her books, and some even had like very nasty comments saying like it has no imagination, things like that, before she got it published. Joseph Heller's masterpiece, Catch 22, 22 rejections. Okay. What else? Gone with the Wind, masterpiece, right? 38 rejections before it got published. Agatha Christie, 5 years of rejections. Okay, don't know how many, but 5 years she sent out her work and it got rejected consistently before her first book ever got published. And now her sales are like $2 billion. So there you go. And quite a few of these authors, they had the pleasure of getting their work published by the same publishers who had rejected that first, after it had been published by somebody else. So so rejection is an important part of success. That is the first step to success. Actually, not the first step. The first step is to actually have to write the book. Actually, the first step in this case was to actually go on the trip. Yeah, okay. So first step is to go on the trip. Second step is to write the book. Third step is to send it out. Fourth step is to get rejected. And then fifth step, get more rejections. And then maybe 6-7 steps somewhere along the line, it would be that you get published. This is why I wanted to talk about it, because I feel that making mistakes and getting rejections, this is all part of the whole process. Before this, before I even tried, that was nothing. So if I don't try, there is nothing at all. But if I try and get rejected, at least I'm making that effort. So it separates me from people. Do you remember Back to the Future and Marty McFly, when he's talking to his girlfriend in the beginning, very, very first movie, and he's saying, what if they think I'm no good? What if they think I'm crap? And then he's sending samples of his music to somebody, and then later in the movie we can see how good he is. So no matter how good or how bad you are, you won't know until you at least try to get published, to get somebody to listen to your work or read your work, and then give you their opinion. And sometimes you have to polish it more, like refine it a little bit. And sometimes you have to just keep sending it until somebody says like, yeah, I like this book. I want to publish this book from our publishing house. So that is what I want to talk about. So rejections are a good thing. We love rejections, and this is what you should be ready for and be aspiring to do. If you want to get anywhere in the world, if you want to get success in any field, the first step would be rejections and then getting the success. So as long as you don't stop trying, I want to talk about this one thing as well very quickly. There's it's called a Japanese proverb. I don't know if it's a Japanese proverb or not, where it says, fall down 7 times, get up 8. That's bullshit. That's nonsense. Because if you fall down 7 times, you can only get up 7 times. You can't get up 8 times. That's just, but it sounds good. Say that's why, So that was just on my mind. I hate that one because of that. But the principle is true. So if you get 7 rejections, send your work out another time, 8th time. Hey, it works there. It works here. So if you get 7 rejections, you send it again, 8th time. So yeah, we can use it here. If you get 7 rejections, send your work out 8 times. So until it gets published, just keep sending it out. There are lots of great examples of rejections. Actually, when Lata Mangeshkar first went for a job in radio, her voice was rejected as saying it's too fine, too high, too fine, something like that. Because at that time, the ladies who were ruling the roost, like Noor Jahan, Begum Akhtar, and that kind of voices, they were very heavy voices, and that was popular. So Lata Mangeshkar was rejected from the radio job because Lata Mangeshkar nowadays, I can do a vlog episode just on Lata Di because she's amazing. She's fantastic, and she has. Oh, I'll do another episode on her, just on her. But in short, she's a fantastic singer. She's a phenomenon in the Indian music, and everybody in India knows her name because of that, or outside India as well. Same thing happened with Amitabh Bachchan as well. Amitabh Bachchan's voice was rejected as well in the radio, All India Radio, because I think it was too rough or something like that. And these days people want him to do voiceover for their work. His dialogues are so popular, like he's an icon, including his voice, not just his face and his acting, but his voice is part of his charm, his charisma.
सर मैं चाहता हूँ एक डायलॉग से मिलने से क्या जी सर मिल ले
ये दीवार का एक सीन है जिसमें शायद जिन लोगों ने दीवार देखी होगी उनको पता होगा कि विजय, उसकी माँ जो है बहुत बीमार है और वो पहली बार अपनी माँ की जिंदगी मांगने के लिए मंदिर की सीढ़ियां चढ़ के जाता है और भगवान के सामने वो कहता है, आज खुश तो बहुत हो गए तुम, जिसने आज तक कभी तुम्हारे सामने सर नहीं झुकाया, जिसने आज तक कभी तुम्हारे सामने हाथ नहीं फैलाया, वो आज तुम्हारे सामने हाथ बढ़ाए खड़ा है। बहुत खुश हो गए, बहुत खुश हो गए कि मैं हार गया। लेकिन तुम जानते हो कि जिस वक्त मैं तुम्हारे सामने खड़ा हूं, वो औरत जिस पर जुल्म बढ़ी उसकी पूजा बढ़ी, वो औरत जिसके माथे से तुम्हारी चौखट का पत्थर घिस गया, वो औरत जो जिंदगी भर जलती रही लेकिन तुम्हारे मंदिर में दीप जलाती रही, वो औरत आज जिंदगी और मौत की सरहद पर खड़ी है और ये तुम्हारी हार है। हाँ, ये तुम्हारी हार है। कौन सा जुल्म, कौन सा पाप किया है उसने? क्या उसका जुर्म यह है कि वो मेरी मां है? क्या उसका जुर्म यह है कि उसने मुझे जन्म दिया? क्या उसका जुर्म यह है कि मैं उससे प्यार करता हूं? ये किस जुर्म की सजा दी जा रही है? घर से बेघर हो गए, मेरा बाप जीते जी मर गया, मेरी मां सुहागिन होते हुए भी विधवा बनी रही। मैंने तुमसे कभी कुछ नहीं मांगा, लेकिन आज मांगता हूं। मेरे गुनाहों की सजा मेरी मां को मत दो। मैं अपने आप को तुम्हारे हवाले करता हूं, जो चाहे कर लो, लेकिन मेरी मां मुझे वापस दो। मेरी मां मुझे वापस दो।
So, but you read these stories, and these people got rejected, and we think like, oh my God, how can somebody say that to Amitabh Bachchan? He was not Amitabh Bachchan then, he was just like normal guy who was coming for a job in the radio. Same thing happens with everything, all the bands in US and UK. When you have a band, you go out and you send your CDs to somebody and people say like, yeah, no appeal. It will never succeed. It will never work. And then later on, the same people become really, really famous and popular. And then the people who rejected them will be thinking like, oh my God, was I a jackass? So, but these publishers have been very nice. They didn't say anything mean about my work, so no problems there. But yeah, this gives me, this makes me feel better. It feels like my status has been elevated by that rejection, and also it makes me want to send out my work more, send out my book to more people. So if you have any information, any travel publishers, please send me the email addresses or website addresses or anything. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep trying. And this is the lesson from here as well, that you should also keep trying, and don't worry about rejection, because doing good work and trying on behalf of that work, that is the more important thing. That's the most important thing in the world. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.